Yeah.
I'm sure it's fine now.
Sup, sluts?
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. I am Nate, and I am joined by Cameron, and maybe potentially you. Yes, you, the one listening to this. You're welcome to join us at any point. We have our session ID and password down here at the bottom of the screen. Feel free to jump in. We take on all comers. We also could probably use some help for some really experienced people because I'm awful and underpowered. But yeah, we're gonna see if I can't get some of my hunter rank up here and get smurfed through a couple of really hard monsters. Just 'cause I hardly ever get a chance to play this game, so I feel like I haven't really done my my due diligence to try and build up my resources and my armor spheres and whatnot. So.
Well, I figure that's something that we can do. We were talking about that last time. Is like, we were playing Monster Hunter every now and then. Generations. We've been playing Monster Hunter pretty regularly, but we can do rank stuff, or we can do some farming for bits if you need some materials or other bits.
Yeah, I could probably do it. You could probably use
yeah,
it.
like Nate said, you should hopefully see on the screen our hunting information. Let me while Nate, I don't know if you're like setting up gear or picking a hunt. I am looking for a place to buy some bourbon online.
No, I need to just double check my my provisions in my bag right now because quality of life is not a thing in older games. So I need to double check all my shit. Okay, I got cold drinks and hot drinks and Mega Dash juice, which I have not used since we've been coming back to Generations Ultimate. As a bow user, that is an invaluable item, and I have yet to actually use it since we've been started back on this. Let's see. Is there anything else?
Yeah, because bow in this game uses a lot of stamina or something.
Bow in general is a very stamina-heavy situation. But to sum up the difference between old and new bow is that old bow is you draw an arrow and you charge that thing up. It's kind of like greatsword in that way. You charge up and you'd find the best position and the best time to shoot it at the guy at the best spot, like a weak spot, hopefully a breakable spot. And then new bow is you every time you shoot an arrow, you actually go up a charge state. So it's not about holding and waiting. It's about finding a spot and dynamically moving with the target and making sure that your charge stays up at the highest level possible for as long as possible until your stamina reaches a level where you're like, okay, I gotta bail now.
Gotcha.
And I prefer that one way more. So yeah. But it's okay. I just have to make that mental adjustment. I've done that. Let's see. Do I have enough to make a new bow though? Because the other thing I like about new bow is that every bow has every shot pattern all the same.
Oh yeah, in this game, like they restrict it kind of like they do the guns or something, right?
Yeah. Oh, it's basically each bow has like a certain charge level. It can charge, base level, second level, third level, maybe fourth level if you have the right decorations for it. And each one, your first level might be a rapid shot, your second level might be a spread shot, and your third level might be a pierce shot. And you better stay within. It's kind of like hammer in that way, is that certain charges of hammer will do different moves depending on the charge level. But it's just an extra dynamic level you have to know, and it's really nice to have a bow that is a single shot spread type throughout all changes, like throughout all charges.
Do you think it's helpful, because obviously there's a like brushing off the cobwebs type of experience when you come back to Generations Ultimate compared to Rise and World? Is it helpful to do this little talk before we actually get into a hunt?
I mean, it's helpful for me to voice it and manifest it into the universe of like, yes, I understand the difference. But then it also just means, yes, I understand the difference. Now watch me not do what I said I'd do.
Oh yeah, it's fighting the muscle memory.
Yeah, exactly. All right. What if I leveled this up? What if I did that? All right.
What are you leveling up?
I'm trying to level up my Malfestio cap for my armor. All right, good there. I'll do 2 levels on each just to see if there's a difference. All right, cool. Good Wolf's on. He says, "Are you actually looking for a place to buy bourbon online?" And yes, yes, he is.
Yes. Who is this? This is someone in chat.
It's Good Wolf. It's Ian.
Oh, hey, Ian.
I would trust the man with his bourbon buying.
It's something specific. I'm not looking to drink it. This is Hannah is apparently a 1950s white male, and she thinks that to go into her year-end review with her boss, she should bring him a gift of bourbon, which I have never done. I just like do my job and get promotions, but whatever. She's a woman. I get it.
Oh, wow.
She's got to fight the glass ceiling. No, I'm not. It's not her fault, right? Like I get that she like. There's
okay. I see what you're getting at now.
Advantage that I like have. In being a dude.
Okay, I understand you there. I thought you were just like, okay, tonight I'm gonna pick a fight for some reason.
No.
Okay, that's way better.
I need to find either Elijah Craig.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's a fine
Creek or Bullet Bourbon non-rye because those are what her boss likes.
Okay. Am I going crazy, or did I hear an Osprey for like a split second? Are you hanging out, Osprey?
Yes.
Hey.
What's up?
I'm very confused.
We're talking about bourbon.
He's helping Hannah buy bourbon for her boss because glass ceiling.
Yeah. Office politics and all that stuff. It's something that I have been fortunate enough that I haven't had to pay attention to very strongly.
Yeah, because man.
Yeah. So
because seen as man too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Seen as man.
Exactly. And
recognized as man.
So
let's see. Good Wolf says I've had luck with Reserve Bar, Cask Cartel, and Total Wine.
Well, I think she told me literally this was 15 minutes before we started streaming. Whenever I texted you, Nate, she was like, "I gotta go to a rehearsal. Can you get me one of these?" And I was like, "Okay." No. So I ran over to Kroger looking for.
Then they probably don't have it
tomorrow.
Does that have a liquor license?
They sell wine and beer and cocktail stuff. They don't sell bourbon. We might do a shorter stream tonight, and then I'll go on an alcohol run. I don't know.
Okay.
We'll see what happens.
Quests.
I'm not strongly incentivized to. Yeah, Ian. I figured these are not like high-end liquors or anything. It's just.
None of those are super. Oh, stop the wheel, Shigaro Miyamoto Magala. That's what we got to do tonight. Shit.
Oh, all right.
We'll
get him.
Fucking hell.
Should I just open Twitch to see you all doing stuff?
Oh
yeah, probably.
Well, I could potentially stream it to. Hang on, let me do you a favor here.
Cool. I like favors.
Yes, I will share the screen. Try that.
Oh, hey, Noob.
Hey, NoobTube.
Hey, NoobTube.
Okay.
I can see and hear the game on my end without the Twitch delay, so
that's nice.
That means my commentary won't be weirdly
Your roast will be in real time, baby. All right. We are going to. I already ate. I have my quest selected. I've upgraded my armor. At least I have upgraded a certain amount. It probably won't be enough to not get one shot by this guy, but give it a shot.
I need to.
Do you want to start out with something as a confidence builder?
No, I'd rather get wrecked right away.
Okay.
Spoken like a Dark Souls fan.
Hell yeah. All right, at times, new quests available in the Hunter's Hub will be requests from various villagers. Try chatting with people in the different villages. You might learn something interesting.
Is it giving you a tutorial? What's happening?
I'm talking to Swashbuckler Mick Musketeer over here.
Gotcha.
Okay, how do I get that layered armor?
Oh, this guy?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure what armor it is, but I imagine you're able to get everything you see. Like, this is a classic one.
Yeah, that's an armor set, but that's not a layered set. Layered armor didn't exist back in these days.
Well, yeah, but I was saying I kind of want that outfit for my hunter in the games I play because it
That's
just
true.
snazzy.
So the nice thing is,
Yeah.
since you're playing World right now, you don't even need layered armor. If you mod the game, you can look however you want to look.
That's true, but there is armor similar to this in World, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure.
It looks all
It may not be that exact
swashbuckler.
armor, but it's very similar. Yeah.
Like, what did you say we're hunting, Nate?
Shigeru Miyamoto Magala.
Got it. Defense and dragon.
Also, I made the mistake of looking at Twitter discourse around Elden Ring. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Is
yeah?
this about accessibility or something else?
Yeah, like a lot of it, like the whole debate about if there should be a difficulty setting and the whole get good crowd, and oh my gosh, it's a disaster.
Oh, yeah? Where do you guys fall on that?
I don't give a shit how other people play. I think it's the most pretentious thing in the world to be like, no, I don't want a difficulty setting because I don't want other people to like the thing I like. Like, fuck off.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like from everything I've learned about Elden Ring, I feel like Elden Ring has a kind of built-in difficulty setting, but I think they need to make it more clear to the players that that difficulty adjustment exists, because they use a very organic way of adjusting difficulty.
Yeah, it really comes down to class, tactics, and like how you choose, like what resources you have at your disposal, and probably what order you find them in too. Because like from what my experience with Elden Ring so far is that a lot of really essential stuff is very skippable. Like
Yeah, well, it's they've done. I think it's the best open world game since Breath of the Wild. They took the Breath of the Wild idea to the next level.
Yeah, like Breath of the Wild is to regular open sandbox games prior to it as it is to Breath of the Wild, in my opinion. Like it is once again above and beyond. Because Breath of the Wild, like you're probably gonna see some repetition of stuff. Like I almost guarantee it. It's just the two of us, so I'm gonna take double portions.
Just the two of us. We can make it, you and I. Just the two of us.
All right. But it is definitely head and shoulders above other open world games. Yeah, exactly. Oh, nope.
See, that looks more like Seregios. Oh, it's two horns in one.
Mm-hmm.
So, Miyamoto, as we know, is the monster that invented both Legend of Zelda and Mario.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. Unlike
Seregios, it's funny because they did come from the same generation. Shigeru Magala was.
You said it too. It's the evolved form of Gormagala.
Yeah, it's the evolved form of the cover monster for 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then Seregios was the cover monster for
you.
For Ultimate.
Yeah.
I should have drank my shit before we.
Wait, y'all have evolution in this game?
No. In certain monsters have like a second phase.
Yeah.
Or like a powered up form or something, but it's not like Pokemon evolution.
So it's more like Digimon.
Yeah, kind of like that.
It's metamorphosis. It's in this case, it's very, very much just metamorphosis.
God, he definitely. Oh, I tried to wire bug out of that shit. Okay.
Gormagala is its juvenile form, and then it grows into Shigara. You're actually gonna see, metamorphosis when you eventually get to Iceborne, because there's a monster in the world that has a metamorphed form in a monster in Iceborne, which I still haven't fought that one. The adult form.
Which one is that? I forget.
Safi Jiva?
Oh, yes. We still haven't fought that yet.
Jiva into Safi?
Yeah, Xeno to Safi. There we go. Oof.
So, while we're hunting, Nate, how was your trip? Oh,
my trip was awesome. Trip was super good. Let's see. We did some hiking. We saw 7 waterfalls in one afternoon.
So tell me again where all you went.
We flew from here, from CVG to SeaTac in Seattle. And then we rented a car and drove from Seattle to Vancouver. But we spent some time in Portland, and then before we hit up either of those places, we drove out to Cannon Beach, where the Goonies was filmed. And we also drove through Astoria, which is where the house from the Goonies was from. Cannon Beach is the coolest beach I've ever been to, and I've like been down to like the Caribbean, which is just like, you know, beach on steroids, like crystal clear water, all that stuff, and that's
Cannon
cool.
Beach is cooler than
But
the Caribbean. You're
Cannon Beach is
way
cool.
north.
Cannon Beach is so cool. Like it's such a different beach than what I'm used to.
It's probably
Like-
not as cool as like Antarctica. I feel like those temperatures are much lower.
Shut up. Anyway, but that beach goes on forever, and I don't mean like side to side. I mean like from where the sand starts to where the water laps up on the beach. It's like a football field long. Like you have like this super long sandbar, and it just goes on and on and on. And tide.
Is that not normal?
Yeah. Well, most of the beaches I go to, like, you have, like, you know, maybe 100 feet of sand before you get to the water. This is, like, 1,000 feet before you get to the water. It just is kind of like almost a sand dune before you get to the water.
Oh.
It's really cool. I'm not used to it, but that was really cool.
Yeah,
Oh, I got
that's
Edward.
kind of what I'm used to. I used to go to Ocean Shores a lot as a kid.
Oh, maybe that's what it is then. Yeah, other beaches are, like, stubby versions of that. So, like, that was new to me. Oh, Jesus. Okay. I keep trying to not die. Not die. Thank you. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right. Oh, shit. Oh, God. He is definitely locked onto me right now.
Swimming there was not really usually on the menu.
Yeah, no, it's probably too cold. You probably need, like, a wetsuit or something.
Well, and there's not, like, really much there, and a lot of times it's not gonna be like, it's the kind of beach that you go for long walks on, maybe enjoy some wind and rain, which is always kind of cool out there. Though I did have one poncho get shredded by the wind, so
really?
you know, be careful. But, it was particularly stormy that day, and it was like a 3 or 4 hour drive out from where we lived to get there. So, and then that was the same day that my uncle insisted that the incoming wave wasn't that big. It's fine. And then it got closer, and my little sister, who I think was like 14 at the time, or no, 12, went, nope, I'm going back. And it hit her in the back of the knees, and she fell over.
Just wiped her out.
My cousin was like 6, and my uncle literally had to pick her up so the water wouldn't get over her head.
Jeez.
So, and we all were like, yeah, we're never trusting your judgment again.
Rathlerosa, what's up?
Hey, Rathlerosa. Oh, stay down. No, I said stay down.
The jetties were fun to climb on, though. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to derail
There's
from
the
your
tail.
talk about your vacation. It's just that
Oh, no, it's fine.
Pacific
yeah.
Northwest is where I grew up.
Yeah, I figured. I clicked it, put it together. I was like, oh, yeah, that's probably normal for you. No kidding. Because like I grew up like as a Cincinnatian, I had most of my summers spent in South Carolina at Hilton Head Island, and like
As a Cincinnati?
Yeah, there's a lot of people from Cincinnati or just Ohio in general that go to Hilton Head Island. Like, it's a fact. It's a known thing. But the Atlantic Ocean in that area is bathwater. It's so warm. Oof. Oh, I just healed myself. I just healed myself up.
Hey, look, you
Fucking
haven't
asshole.
died yet, and I got it mounted, so now's the time to
Yeah, doing that.
breathe easy.
All right, and I'm gonna get my stamina
Boring.
back up. Yep.
Going down in 3, 2, 1, now.
You know what concept still confuses me?
What?
Worm rain.
Fucking, why? Why did it do that? I must have hit my stick or something because it flipped me around when I did that. I wasted my ultimate on this stupid thing.
Oh dear.
All right. Oh.
Yeah, I don't get the concept of worm rain. I've never experienced it, and it just seems so foreign of a concept to me.
Really?
You'll, if you do end up moving to Ohio, you'll get used to that.
Yeah, you'll get used to
During
that.
the summer, we get warm.
You're gonna get used to, like, what's the weather gonna be like? I don't fucking know. Why?
Yeah.
Why did it change halfway through the day? I don't fucking know.
Oh, that I'm already used to.
Yeah. Okay. Good. So that wouldn't be a huge change. I find that granted, I was only there for like 6 days or something like that, but the weather in the Pacific Northwest is like Ohio, but with less deviation in its parameters. It's very much like it's a similar climate, but it doesn't get freezing and it doesn't get hot. It's I don't know. It's more regulated, but within the same frame, like same spectrum.
It is a very mild climate. Like,
Yeah.
it does get like too freezing, but we don't tend to get below freezing. Like,
Yeah.
literally speaking.
Yeah, that's why you guys get so much rain and no snow. Like, you live in a
Yeah.
temperate rainforest, it seems like.
Literally, the peninsula is considered a rainforest.
Yeah, it's super cool. Because like I was out there when we were hiking, and there was just First of all, your all's trees are huge, like fucking huge. Like you're gonna if you had an eye for trees, you're gonna see that Ohio.
Did I knock it out of the air?
Yes, you did.
Maybe you did.
Maybe I did, but I don't know. I tend to think I'm not doing as much damage as you are overall.
I'm sort of
Huge.
shield. It's not like I'm using G rank greatsword shit. So,
Oh, do you all have
Woo.
tiny trees?
like normal trees.
Well,
Tiny,
well,
got it.
yeah, tiny. Trust me. If
My mom says
ospreys
normal.
use, yeah, my mom says it's normal size. But
It's not the size of the tree. It's how you use
yeah.
the
Well, it's the amount of moss on it that makes it look like it's from a different planet.
Oh yeah, moss everywhere.
Like moss
Oh, God.
everywhere, and it was so cool because I was up. I was just across the Columbia River, in Oregon, hiking some trails up there, and like waterfall corridor or something. And hey, Red. I'm assuming you're watching since you're in here. And there had been a wildfire, like in a previous year or so, and there was like a certain height of trees were charred, like a certain I don't know, lower portion of trees up to a certain height were all charred, but right on the other side of that was right on the other side of the tree or right above that charring was just moss, and it was just really cool to see life and death so close to each other. It's just like, it just made you feel like, oh, it's just two sides of the same coin. There's the first death of the night.
Hey, you know what?
And
You
of
lasted a
course
pretty
it
good
was
amount.
I mean, if I can keep up that death pace, I think we'll kill him before I cart us
Yeah.
out of the mission.
Yeah, let me do one of these.
So
Give you one
having
of these.
seen the Pacific Northwest forests, how do the forests in Ohio compare?
So one thing is that you guys have way more like spruce and just like evergreen species. So like we have those here, but not in such great numbers or large, like I don't know. You would probably experience green at all parts of the year, at all times, no matter what the weather, right? Because that's
Remind
just
me-
the species.
The difference, which one's
Just like-
deciduous, which one's carnivorous?
I want to say, oh God, I used to actually know some of this. I used to actually know some botany, but I don't know it anymore. I couldn't tell you right now. I think it's like deciduous is like they lose their leaves. I don't know. I don't want to guess at this and tell you wrong and look like a bigger idiot than I might actually be. Ooh, cracked the skull. That's cool.
What What did you think about the amount of undergrowth of the forests in the Pacific Northwest?
Oh, so there's ferns everywhere. Everywhere in the undergrowth. That's really cool. Abby thought they were adorable and they're cute, but she like thinks all plants are cute. So like that's not saying much from her, but she's just like, "Oh my god. Oh my god." Like so we flew in at night and we flew into Seattle at night and then we drove down to Tacoma, to Tacoma about like 45 minutes south. And so like we're like, "Oh, everything's all right so far. This is okay." But then like the sun came up and we saw everything. And like for 3 hours straight down to Seattle, it's just Abby pointing out the window while she's driving. Are you getting pictures of that? Are you looking at that? Look how cute this is.
That's adorable.
Yeah, like big fan.
What was her favorite part of the trip?
I'd say Cannon Beach as well. I think it was both of our, because we saw so much wildlife there. We saw an octopus under like a rock crevice. Just hanging out, like pressed up against it. Like, don't tell anybody I'm here, man.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, and we saw a bunch of seagulls. We saw like little crustacean crab, like tiny little guys that just kind of hide in the sand. We saw, god damn it, what was it? We saw there's just life teeming everywhere. We saw these little guys that pop out of the sand that you don't actually know they're there until they move. Like, I don't know what they look like, because you only can see that something is moving, but they must be, like, translucent or something. And like, the light refracts through the water and through them in such a way that you can't see them.
Nice.
It's super cool camouflage.
Did you spend any time in a city, or was it all...
No, we spent a decent amount of time in Portland, and then saw, like, Vancouver, drove around Vancouver just to see what was up. We were up in the Philida area, which is, I don't think Vancouver proper, but it's a nice, we had an Airbnb there, and we had a great host.
Hey, Xander, what's up?
We had a great host couple. Yeah, I think Xander's red.
We'll wrap this up soon. First hunt of the night, we're brushing off some cobwebs.
Yeah.
Nate's been playing Elden Ring, I've been playing World, so...
I've played Elden Ring, like, once so far. I've been wanting to do it again, but, like... I can't just, like, play it whenever I want right now. Like, I'm going to play it whenever I want and then just happen to stream it. But that means I got to set up for the stream, and I got to, like, get people notice and, whatever. But it's, we'll see how the rest of that goes. Okay. Nope, he's going to do the power-up.
Roar.
Roar!
He's so
He's
mad.
so mad!
Alright, can I get your fucking... God damn it.
Nope. Gotta keep on positioning. A tactical reposition, if you will.
Flex. To... One more. Oh, you... Smart... dragon.
You smart,
Dick.
clever girl.
Clever, smart. Beautiful.
Like, okay.
Dragon.
Magala strikes me as female. Like, I don't know why, but like, I'm sure like it's a species, so there's probably it's probably
I get what you're
asexual.
saying. You could just lose yourself in her eyes.
Yeah, for real. No, it just strikes me as a predominantly female species. I don't know why, but it does. Ow! That did not cart me, which is amazing.
Oh, holy cow! Yeah, you still have some HP left.
I have a pixel.
Just get away.
Yeah. Can you be like really annoying for a bit and distract it while I heal? Thank you.
Yeah, I'm doing nothing but just beating up on it.
Okay.
I'll admit I've been pretty greedy this fight.
Have you?
Yeah, I'm a greedy boy.
That's alright. Alright, I gotta get that going again.
So what was your absolute favorite part of the trip?
Yeah, the beach was great. Let's see, the waterfalls were fantastic because it wasn't cold enough for anything to freeze completely, but the chill factor, like combined with the wind and the water temperature, like when it hits the basin at the bottom of the waterfall, it had this really cool effect that the waterfall wasn't frozen, but the basin was.
Nice.
and it had really cool like not striations, I guess, but like just like patterns and such at the bottom of it. And then we found, and we what is it, like, I forget the name of the waterfall, but it's like the second tallest waterfall, like year-round waterfall in the nation. That was, and it was just cool to see everything. Very touristy, but it was a lot of really good hiking up in there.
You know, we should have brought. Did I bring flash bombs? I did. Okay.
I might have some.
Hiking is a big thing over there.
Oh yeah.
Like, my backyard was actually connected to a hiking trail, so there was a trail I would go on pretty regularly.
Really?
Oh, that's awesome.
Got it!
Hey, there it is!
Hey, what a good start to the
Congrats.
evening. First try.
Only
There we
one
go.
cart, I'm guessing?
One card.
Yeah, we're a couple of one-take Jakes over here.
One take Jakes.
But yeah, like, one thing I am kind of curious to see is what the forests out east will look like when there's not nearly as much undergrowth in the forests, like,
Yeah.
and the fact that the trees are gonna be smaller.
They're going to be
like,
smaller.
instead
You're going to see a lot more. Well, you might see a lot more variation. I'm not sure. Because I see a lot of like evergreen species.
Mhm.
So I feel like you see a lot
Oh,
of
where's
green
the
and then like
tail?
hints of other colors. But I don't know. Again, I was only there for 6 days. I don't know what your year-round situation is like. But around here,
Don't
you get
forget
a
your
ton of
tail
different
card,
colors. I already got it. Yeah. Thanks for the reminder, though.
Yeah, it. I will say it's pretty easy to get lost in some of the forests up there. Just because certain things look pretty much the same, and you can't just like. I've heard some places you can like actually see in between the trees to see kind of where you might need to go. Yeah, that's not happening in Pacific Northwest forests. Like, the trees
Ooh,
are
I
too
got a
big, they're too
boss
close
gem.
together. There's too much undergrowth. Like, imagine trying to move through that when there's no path.
Yeah. True. All right.
All right, Xander, do you have a quest you want to post, or are you just here to hunt with whatever Nate picks? I'm not really picking quests.
Yeah, I'm just doing
tonight.
key quests tonight for me. Hopefully, yeah, okay. We have a couple of doubles coming up. Ooh, but we have a Brachitios. That's gonna be cool. Yeah, if you got an agenda, let's push it. Let's see, store some items.
So one
used
thing
up
I
a
might
lot
have
of my
to
stuff.
save up to do after like we get settled and whatnot is like go on a trip back to the Pacific Northwest just to like hit ocean shores again and some of those places. Maybe make another visit to the Fremont Troll.
Okay.
What's
be
the
cool.
Fremont Troll?
It is a carved troll statue in the Fremont district of Seattle. At least I think it's still around. I don't think they ever got rid of that.
Let's see. Oh yeah, and then in Seattle, we actually hung out in Seattle for like a hot second. We were really just tired, and the drive up was pretty stressful. Like, it was just all like big ass logging trucks and rain and slippery roads and accidents and such. So like we checked out Pike Place Market in Seattle. That was a pretty cool place.
Pike Place is great.
Yeah, it's a really cool, like it's like a super sized Findlay Market, Cameron. And it's like multiple
Nice.
levels, and it's out on the seaside. And you get like, you know, all sorts of really cool crafts and food.
Ooh,
And
Astalos and
Yeah.
Rathian? Yeah.
Also, Cameron, I put a link in the general chat to the Fremont Troll wiki article.
Nice. I'll have to check it out in a second. Let's see. Should I guess I don't know if I should eat for thunder or fire resistance.
I'm doing
Let's find
offensive
out.
up and then fire. Or sorry,
Yeah, my fire resistance is already higher, so I'll eat
light-
for
lightning.
thunder.
Yeah. Let's see. Whatever. We'll go with it.
But yeah, there's a spot near Ocean Shores that's like one of my favorite places to go on the beach that has like a jetty that I would climb around on. And that was always fun.
What is a jetty? I've heard the term, and I know it references some sort of geological feature.
It's... Well, now that you want me to explain it, I feel like I'm gonna imprecisely. So let me pull up this specific technical definition, because I know what I would climb around on was a jetty. What I don't know is 100% what technically counts as it being a jetty, and what was just that particular one.
Do we have the Monster Hunter app, Xander? Yes.
Yes, that's what we're using to get the urgents now. I have it on my phone right now.
Oh, are you waiting for me? Oh, fuck, sorry. It's not the same button to ready for quest as it is in Rise. That's my bad. I'm like, oh, I hit right trigger. Let's see. NoobTube, does anyone play Pokemon Unite? I am sure some people do. I do not. Is that the Pokemon League of Legends game?
Yes. So I've tried it. I got frustrated at all the cool outfits costing like $40.
Really?
They're like
Oh.
for Pokemon.
That's disgusting.
I'm just like, no, this is too much. I can't. And like I would play for like a match or two and then be done for the day, so I wasn't really getting a whole lot of progress. And then I saw like the really cool outfit I wanted for Gardevoir was $40, and I went, oh, sorry, hiccup. And I pretty much went, you know what? Never.
Yeah, for me, it's one of those, the core gameplay isn't that compelling. I'm going to be up here away from the hub for a little bit.
I think I played League of Legends or something like that for like all of a half an hour in college. And I was like, no, I'm already not good enough to play this game.
Max tried to convince us to play, what was that, Heroes of Newerth?
Yeah, I think so.
I wasn't into it.
Yeah, like
the base skill floor was way above my pay grade, and I was like, I'm not good enough to play this game. And everybody's yelling at me because I'm not good.
Yeah, somebody tried to get me into League of Legends, and I was like, well, I've never tried a MOBA, I'll try it out. And then the community kind of scared me away.
Oh yeah, that's unfortunate. Having such a competitive, toxic community is always never a fun time.
Yeah, Boom Headshot, a Jetty is an okay car. Are you thinking of a Jetta?
A Jetta. But maybe that's a nickname for a Jetta.
As for what a Jetty is, it's technically a narrow strip that extends out into the water. But this particular one was basically a pile of rocks that had kind of formed and settled. So you have like all these little nooks and crannies, and it was just really fun to climb around on. Is it the smartest idea? No. But is it fun and awesome? Yes.
Oh, 100%. Speaking of Pokemon, earlier with Pokemon Unite, there was, Nate, have you seen the Pokemon news?
Violet and Crimson was the last thing I saw.
Yeah, Violet, Beauregard, and Scarlet Letter. No, is that right? Scarlet O'Hara. Scarlet O'Hara.
Wow, Cameron.
I'm
literary reach, if I ever saw one.
I would have been better if I had stuck with two characters instead of a character and a book.
Well, and from what I understand, the Scarlet Letter is a reference to a way to shame adulterers.
Yeah. Oh, did you never read it? Okay.
Well,
I never read the book.
With names like Scarlet and Violet, you're not going to get great references. Scarlet O'Hara isn't she the woman from Gone with the Wind?
I want to say that's right. Okay, head's broken on Astalos, and I think the tail is now too.
See, I just see Scarlet, and I think the color. Like, that's just me, though.
Fuck.
Oh, they're both here.
Yeah, they're both here. They've
Does
been
someone
here
have
for
any
a bit.
shit?
Did
Oh, I
not.
don't have any shit. All right.
Oh.
Here I come.
Uh-oh,
Big
I'm getting
again.
trampled. They're both on top of me.
Yep, and I gotta remember not
Wow,
to pick stuff off the ground because that takes a long time in this game.
All right, I'm gonna just fall off. I gotta heal myself up a bit. Okay, thank you.
But yes, they have announced
Nice.
Scarlet and Violet, which are set in a region that seems to be based off of the Iberian Peninsula.
Ooh, cool.
That's pretty
Oh,
sweet.
I got knocked in the next section over here. Might as well. Might as well. I need to heal up anyway.
Rathallarosa, oh, Fatal 4, never mind. I was gonna say, I'm surprised Astalos is your favorite monster hunter, considering your name, but out of the Fatal 4, I follow you. I mean, it's basically a lightning Rathalos. I get it.
For sure. Okay. I think I've marked, I've marked the Astalos. I have, with my paint coating for my arrows, all I have to do is slash it with one of my arrows, and it's infinite paintball. It just has to be done melee style.
Nice.
It's pretty fun.
That's an item I haven't had to use.
That lightning. Well, yeah,
Oh,
paintballs
yeah.
for you aren't a thing.
No. That used to be like a pretty standard reapply regularly.
Unless I count stories and stories too, but
They were
I'm not
different in
fully-
stories, though, right?
Yeah. They increased the chance of going back to a den that you could get eggs from.
Is that dead? No,
Oh,
it's
shit.
asleep. It's asleep. Is it?
No, it's dead.
Oh, it's dead?
We can't lock onto it.
Oh,
I'm carving it.
okay.
I'm carving a little piece of this Astalos,
Okay.
just like Mama used to make.
All right.
Electro scales, all the good stuff. What else has
Shut up.
been going on?
Shut up, Jaggy.
Yeah, get away.
I've been doing a Pokemon Blue playthrough again.
Yeah, I missed that last night. How'd it go?
Like old school, like Game Boy era?
Yeah.
Cool.
Nobody watched.
Aw. That's unfortunate.
So I cut it short and then went and watched Nate get
Oh,
absolutely
okay.
destroyed by
Yeah. Scythe Boy.
Well, actually, I think I left shortly before Scythe Boy, but you were getting destroyed by a number of things. Like
Oh, yeah.
the cat statue.
Mhm, the cat statue and the knight, the golden knight on the horseback.
Yo.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I kind of called it quits early. I went for like 45 minutes because I was like, nobody's watching. I'd rather go watch my friend play a game instead of sit here playing when nobody's even watching. So.
No?
Yeah, I mean, for us, it's. I remember those early ones. I think it was a big help that we always streamed. Like, well, I guess we didn't start streaming for a while. We did the recorded stuff first, so we didn't have to worry about like. We never got that point of.
Yeah.
Starting
Like,
out
hello,
fresh,
is anybody
brand
here?
new.
Yeah, yeah.
And then with streams, just having a buddy on always helps. So you're always talking to someone, even
Yeah.
if no one else is on the stream.
Exactly, because then it's just kind of like, let's just chill. Let's just, Okay. Where's this guy at? What's up, Red?
Yeah.
I'm almost through Mount Moon.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
nice.
Mount Moon is
I
really
remember Mount Moon took me like literal days when I first played through as a kid because I really struggled with the map system and like using Flash, and I just
What?
wasn't having a.
cool. You're talking about
Yeah.
the Rock Tunnel. Mount Moon is right after
Yeah.
Pewter City.
You
I
don't need
remember the Rock
Flash.
Tunnel, And yeah, because Rock Tunnel is pitch black.
Yeah. That's the
And
one
that,
we
and I
looked at.
actually, I know exactly what you're talking about, Cameron, because I navigated the Rock Tunnel without flash, and I went based on where I thought I was on the player's guide map.
Ah,
I
that's funny.
eyeballed everything.
Xander Moore
Damn.
says my fave monster is Gore.
Gore
Magala is a
Magala
classic.
Is
I would
strong
love-
design.
Gore has not come back yet in World or Rise, correct?
No, but it should.
I'd love to see
All right,
Gore and
somebody found it.
Shigaru in where?
Oh no, I guess maybe nobody found it yet. It just says it's in a different area.
That's because we've seen it
We've seen
before
it, yeah.
somewhere.
So I know Tom's favorite monster. I don't think I know Nate's favorite monster.
My favorite monster,
Zynoger?
Zynoger, yeah.
Okay.
He's a good boy.
Mm-hmm. Have we found this sucker yet? I think we have.
I don't.
Like.
Oh, it's with me. It's with me.
Oh, okay.
But,
Coming.
yeah, so and then after that I'm thinking about playing through Pokemon Silver.
Ooh.
Nice.
No, that
Because
was
I
not
never
good.
actually
Silver's a
got
good
around
one.
to beating that one because I didn't get to play it until I was an adult and then I got distracted by new games coming out. So
Okay.
basically just gonna
Silver's a
start
fun
from
one.
there.
Although
Yeah, I love
if
Generation
you're
2.
playing using an emulator, it might be worth just skipping to Soul Silver.
Yeah, but I kind of want to go through like the old school games and kind of show the progression of like
The game design
Oh,
itself.
that makes sense. That makes sense.
go through all of the generations because we're about to get a new generation. Is kind of what
Yep.
I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
I'm-
tall order. That's a lot of gameplay. That's like there's 8 generations. Each game is like what, 30 to 50 hours to get to the Elite Four equivalent.
I'm not saying I'm gonna manage. I'm saying that's what I'm starting. We'll see if I can finish it.
I dig it. I dig it.
I'm not sure if I'm gonna do remakes in there. Because that feels kind of like a rehash, especially when it's the same regions.
Yeah, and if you're
Uh,
going back to back, the remakes will, I think, feel a little less special.
Yeah. My favorite Pokemon game as far as like mainline games, I don't consider Legends Arceus a mainline game, just to clarify.
Uh-huh.
But my favorite mainline games are still Alpha, Sapphire, Omega. Like 100%. I really liked the level curve in Hoenn, which stayed in this one, in the remakes. I liked some of the stuff they added with the Dex Nav, and it just...
Oh, did he
it's
see
really
that
nice.
shit?
Yep. Watched it all on camera here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, geez.
Dude.
Just keeping it down.
Sword and Shield in this game is so fucking fun.
I
Oh
think
yeah,
I whiffed the last
speaking of,
3 shots I took at this thing.
speaking of Twitter, somebody decided to cause drama on Twitter.
Oh, yeah? What's
no,
up?
In the
I don't
Pokemon
believe you.
fandom.
Someone caused drama
On
Twitter.
social media?
Yeah. So he literally tweeted, Pokemon fans disagree on a lot of things, but we can all agree Gen 7, so the Sun and Moon generation,
Yes.
are the worst Pokemon games ever. And
Oh, I
people
love it.
came out of the woodwork being like,
Fuck you and anybody who
Me?
looks like you. Yeah.
But that's the point, right? It's you create fake controversy to get engagement on social media. That's the game we play. Well,
Yeah.
some people play. Me, I just post pictures of sexy Transformers.
see, I just like tweet occasionally, and I don't even like have a consistent seed of what I tweet. I just kind of tweet here and there.
There's
I
there's
don't.
been a trend recently in Masterpiece Transformers figures where they, to hide the tires in alt mode, to hide them in robot mode to make it look more like the animation model, they are putting them on their butts, Like you rotate the tires and hide them behind their butts.
Oh
So there
my.
was a gallery of
Just like tire
thick
butts.
transformers, and we were coming up with names. Like it's a design trend. What do we call it? I posit that it should be called Meals on Wheels.
Meals on
Oh my.
wheels.
All right.
Fantastic.
Follow us on Twitter at arbitrary_hero, I think is what our Twitter handle is.
Oh, great. In case you were interested.
In Transformer butts.
Mm-hmm. He likes big bots, and he cannot lie.
But
Have
yeah,
we got any more Sunbreak news? I don't.
I had a minor
really.
flip out moment on my trip, by the way, because I busted out Rise on the plane, or like right before
And
the
you
plane.
you saw the message.
Yeah, and I was like, son of a
Sunbreak?
bitch,
Yeah.
what? I wasn't keeping track of it, but like, holy shit. And then I was like, everyone's going to play Sunrise without me, fuck. Yeah.
Sunbreak, not Sunrise.
Sunrise, yeah. Oh, thanks, Red.
Done.
Well, that worked.
Thanks, Xander. What's the next
Yeah.
gear you need to get, Nate?
I have no idea.
Do you want to take a second and look at the app, and while Osprey tells a story,
Well,
we can
I don't,
hunt with a little purpose.
I suppose so. I was just doing the key quest tonight.
Oh, we
I
can
don't
do
know,
that
like
too.
I don't know how late you want to go since you got like errands to run, but
I figure I'll go till 8:30 and then I'll go hit up the liquor store.
okay,
Okay.
works for me. But yeah, I had a minor freak out. I was like, shit, this is out now, and then I read later. I was like, oh no, never mind.
Yeah, that. Oh, I do not want to be the person who accidentally set that up.
Yeah, really.
Like, and. Oof. Rathala Rosa said something about a handler in Fort Ultimate that was horny for monsters. Wait.
Oh, she wasn't a handler. They didn't have the handler's only in
Oh!
but
Yeah.
she was a guild marm, right?
Yeah, she was a guild marm.
Guild
Yeah.
marm that really wanted to fuck a Brachidios. And so she, like, her quests were always, like, from her. She'd, like, talk about Brachidios a lot, and then you'd get a specific quest from her that were always, like, oh, fuck, hold on. let me get on the computer, and
Oh, God.
I'll find the quest text.
Yeah, I remember this exact person. And it was, like, all circumspect in the beginning,
Guild
and then it got
marm
more
in
and more,
love
like,
with
obvious.
Brachidios.
They-
Guild. Okay. So here's the text. Guild Marm. It's a great place to curl up with a hot drink and a hefty tome on Brachidios. Do some cleaning. Ahem. Let me. Monster love. That's just some fan art. All right. What am I looking for? Save.
Of course, first fan art.
34, baby. 34.
I mean, if Mass Effect is any indication, humans
Yeah.
will go for pretty much anything.
Mm-hmm.
So if you get to Hunter rank 7 and beat Caravan Rajang, she's created a group called the League of Monster Files, of which she is the only member. And the quest text is like, she at first she's like talking about someone that she loves and is very attracted to, and they're so strong and handsome and whatever. And then you go out into the fight and you fight Brachidios, and then afterwards I think she's like, "Oh no, did you hurt Brachidios?" or like whatever. It was great. It was really great.
Oh.
It's very funny stuff.
All right.
Stay safe out there, everyone.
Mhm.
If you would like to engage with a Brachidios, remember to wrap it up, as in your whole body, because
Yeah.
it has
In armor,
explosive
because,
saliva.
oh my god.
Yeah, don't forget protection.
Yeah. I think you would probably just die.
Yeah. You get sexually transmitted IUDs. So STIUDs.
Forest Druid, if you're asking about this Monster Hunter game, this is Generations Ultimate. It's actually an older game. It probably came out in 2017? Question mark?
17? No, probably like 15, honestly. Well, Ultimate probably came out in 17. And then...
the Monster Hunter Generations came out in 2015.
Yeah.
Ultimate came out in 18. That was close.
Okay, yeah. All right, let's see.
Wait, so Generations came out in 2015, you said?
Yeah, and the
I think
Generations
in
Ultimate came
Japan
out.
and probably 16 in the States or something.
So before everything went upside down.
Mm-hmm.
You mean like in the world or something different?
It was before 2016.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Right before that happened.
Oh my gosh. I almost missed 2016.
No,
don't.
Forester, this is the game that introduced Glavenus. So in this game, this is the sequel to it, but the expansion. But in Monster Hunter Generations, that's the one where we met Glavenus, Astalos,
Gammoth and
Gammoth
what was the
and
fourth one? Mitsuzune.
Mitsuzune for the first time. The Fatal
So-
Four.
Glavenus is really, really cool in my opinion. I really like Glavenus.
It's the heavy
Yeah,
favorite.
it's a pretty sweet monster.
Especially
What are we fighting again?
trying to think-
Mitsuzune and Malfestio.
I'm trying to think of the deviant Glavenus.
Acid something or
Hellfire Glavenus?
well,
Yes.
there's one in World that's different.
That's not a deviant. That's a subspecies.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh. Wait, which one is?
The one in World's a subspecies and not a deviant.
Gotcha.
It's the one that does like the acid damage though.
But yeah, Glavenus is really cool.
Nope,
Mhm.
that's the wrong button yet again.
Yeah. I lost my shit when I saw Glavenus initially. I was like, it's a T-Rex with a sword tail! That's awesome! And he's sharpening it! Look at him! I was like,
Hellblade. Thank you, Xander.
Yeah, so I didn't get to use it as much in Stories 2 as I wanted. Because it was an endgame monster, but well,
Ooh, a shark.
the
I'm landing
Hellblade
all up
one.
in the secret spots recently.
Oh yeah? Ooh. Oh, I can hear him hooting!
Hoot Hoot.
Hoot hoot! Noot noot,
I
motherfucker!
really like that monster. I really wish that
No.
one had been in Stories.
Yeah. It's kind of unsung here.
I will be
it
happy
hasn't
if they
shown
bring
up
it
since.
back
Yeah.
in Sunbreak. I feel like
Yeah.
it would fit the mood that we've seen so far. I feel like it would fit really well.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty.
Yeah, it's definitely it's a great design. That I think it really was. The only problem is just that it's an early low rank monster, and those tend to like they
Stick
introduce
ar-
new
yeah.
ones in each game because they want to keep things fresh for players, but then they don't do a ton with them once you get to like high rank or G rank.
Well,
About
they
the only
need
one
to
that.
make
Yeah.
a bigger,
the-
better version then.
Yeah. A new
There
subspecies
is a
or a
deviant
deviant.
Malfestio, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Which once you get some high rank gear, we can do some deviant hunting, Nate.
Oh yeah, okay.
I don't know if you've done much of that.
Not really. I think I saw like
You know what?
is it Dread Queen Rathian that I fought here? I don't know. I feel like I've done something.
Yes, we've done Dread Queen Rathian. I try and fight her. I like that fight a lot.
Just trying to fight her on the regular.
Rathalos in this one?
Yes,
Or
they were
yes,
both
okay.
introduced in.
Because they're in Stories too as well.
Yeah, all the deviants are from this game,
Okay.
and then they kind of revamped them into what do you call them?
Apex.
Alphas. Yeah, Apex monsters.
Alphas are Pokemon Legends Arceus.
No, I know. I think of them as alphas because they use Apex. I think we've talked about this before. They use the Apex terminology in 4 Ultimate, and I wish they had. Ah, fuck! I'm backwards. Do your wing spin. Come back in here.
There we go.
Which, speaking of Pokemon Legends Arceus, how has the DLC been treating you?
Pretty decent. I've been doing a little bit. I've been kind of more distracted by things. Finally got approved for, at least partially approved for the food card that we were supposed to get approved for sooner. So, like,
Still not on
It's been a few
schedule, but
days.
it's still progress.
yeah, like, mostly just kind of moving things forward as much as possible, and it's like I spent a few days not really having a lot of food options, and then I realized yesterday I wasn't feeling well because I hadn't been having enough protein.
Oh,
Which is bad. Not enough protein is very bad.
yeah.
But we were finally able to order some more food and get some groceries because the grocery store's not really close enough if we don't have a car, and public transportation here is kind of terrible. So, and it doesn't really cost us more to order. But we were finally able to get some more groceries, which helped
Bring
a
her
lot.
down! Bring her down!
I might be able to actually, like, think
Yeah.
over the next few days instead of just being a hazy mess.
We didn't
Yeah.
paintball this sucker at all.
Watch
just
the
went
shadow.
straight for
Remember
the ass
this?
kicking.
Remember this
Yep.
from Monster Hunter games?
Uh-huh. That was like, oh, good, we can still do that. But if nobody saw it, you're like, fuck! Like, did you see it? No, I didn't keep track of it.
Paintball it now!
I remember abandoning hunts
That's
because, like, you get to the desert and you go to your inventory and you're like, oh, I don't have a cold drink.
Yeah.
Well,
you're like,
fuck this
too
hunt."
bad. Yeah.
Oof.
I ain't about to fight Diablos with a cold drink without cold drinks.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna look up the Malfestios armor.
I'm wearing it. Well, I'm wearing the gunner version. It's the gunner versions are very different than the Blade Master versions.
Oh, I think we already found Mitsune.
And then there's
Mitsune.
X version?
So yeah, the letters correspond to ranks. So there's Malfestios. There should be, I believe, Malfestios U for high rank, unless it was introduced in this game. Then the high rank version is just called Malfestios, and then there's X for the G rank.
Everything I'm seeing says Malfestio, not Malfestios.
That's probably just me mispronouncing.
Tim being a dumbass.
I'm seeing lots of cool fan art, but I'm not seeing, like...
Just don't click Guildmarm and Malfestio.
Yeah. Looks pretty cool, from what I can tell.
It is a pretty sweet monster. I like the design a lot. I also like what it does. The like confusion ability is real neat.
I am gonna be so happy if they bring it back in Sunbreak. I don't know that they will, but I would be very happy. Don't forget to paintball.
This
one
run.
It's really all
can't
about the
fly.
flying guy. If they can fly, they can pretty much go anywhere. But all we have to do is follow this guy to the next spot. And we're
Alright.
good.
Y'all are the experienced ones, not me.
Yeah. All right. Got a heal.
X is deviant. Oh, that's it, Xander. Thank you. Rathalarosa
What's a
says
favorite Monster Hunter character, as in not monster, but like bipedal human?
NPC. So I'll say this: Monster Hunter is kind of like the FromSoft games in this regard, in that to me their characters don't stand out. It's not like a singular character. It's the way the world they built works.
Yeah.
For me, at least.
Ace
Cadet, just because he got to be in a movie, and that was kind of neat.
I still need to watch that movie, but
My favorite Monster Hunter character is Mila Jokovic.
Oh, Nate.
Wow, thanks. You know, I was trying to say mine.
You
Oh,
could
really?
have at least said Tony John, Nate.
That might be true.
So I haven't played a whole lot of Monster Hunter games, so bear in mind my access to various characters is limited. But so far, I'm actually really digging the handler in World.
Oh, that's a
In
good
part-
pick. Yeah.
Because, so here's the thing, like
She is a character.
she's not ashamed about what she likes. She's willing to like go out and like do things in relation to what she likes. Like she's not sitting there going, "Oh, I wish I could do this," and then that's all you hear is "I wish, I wish, I wish." She does her best to help you, and like she does actually help you.
Yeah.
And she thinks very carefully about everything. Like several times in the story, everybody's like, "We figured out everything," and she's like, "Actually, there's this still important question still unanswered," and everybody's like, "Oh shit, you're right." And I appreciate her character a lot.
You know what? I feel like she has to almost be the default choice, because she's really the only character, in my mind, she's one of the few characters that got characterization in the series. There's like, you get bits.
There's
and
Matt
pieces
Mercer.
here and
There's the captain. There's the
there.
admiral.
Do they really do and have much to say and want though? Like, what's Matt Mercer's goal? What makes him happy?
He's the next chief. He's in training to be the next chief.
That's his like role in the fleet, but that's not like.
I feel like they do it in like text. They don't do it in cutscenes.
So, is this in World?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, I'm playing World with German voices to practice my German listening skills. So, I have no clue which character is voiced by Matt Mercer.
Oh, gotcha. It's German Matt Mercer.
Yeah. Matthew Mercer. No.
This does not tell me which character.
Yeah. Matt Mercer's character is the guy with the ponytail that like bails you out in the very beginning with the big greatsword.
Oh, the grandson of the.
Yeah, that's Matt Mercer's character
Okay.
in English.
Okay. Gotcha. I was just like.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing I like about some of the ability to switch language options in games for like sound and whatnot, is I can like set it to a language, sometimes set it to a language I'm trying to learn, and just utilize that as a way to kind of get a little background listening in. And then like Pokemon games, I can actually practice like my German reading. Because I can just straight up play it in German.
Hi, hello. Hi, hello.
Hey, hi, hello, how are you today? How's it going?
Sup? Okay, Xander says their favorite is the handler from Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. I don't remember. Is this the Caravaneer? Do you mean the Caravaneer, or is that someone else that I'm forgetting about? Because 4 Ultimate did, like, I couldn't tell you a ton about them individually, but the Caravan was a cool, like,
Cool idea.
found family situation.
Yeah.
Rathalarosa says the chief from Monster Hunter Dose. I have never played that, so I don't know. I think I know who you're talking about. And if I remember right, in Monster Hunter Ghosts, like that game is all about you like building a town, like you're essentially colonizing a little island. Is that and like you're building up this little colony, and then Kushala Diora is introduced because they're the flagship monster and they ruin everything because they always do. Is that the one? No. Hi, hello. How are you today? I roped Nate into. He probably wants to be playing Elden Ring, but I roped Nate into
Stupid chairman is stupid
Monster Hunter
today.
game.
Nobody fucking likes it. Anyway.
Says the one playing.
Yeah, says the one playing it. I was like, yeah, sure, why not? Okay. Next is Gammoth and Zamtrios.
Okay, so we're basically just doing
We're doing
doubles.
we're doing doubles. Like, I think this is the last. Maybe there might be another double after this, but
There's
it's either the
probably a
last or the second
Glavenus
to
one.
last.
If you haven't already done it, the Glavenus double.
Let me
'Cause
double
it
check.
seems like we're doing a double of each Fatal 4 and then another one.
There is one. It's not the next in line, but but there is one. It's Glavenus and Uragon.
Don't forget your hot drinks.
I already have hot and cold drinks in my inventory, so I can't fuck this up. Okay.
Oh, Xander, nice. You took German in high school. I did not. I knew some kids that did though.
Yeah. So, Xander, my plan is to actually become a German translator. Because German is one of the easier languages for me to wrap my head around. And so I'm learning that because when you learn a second language, from what I understand, it makes it easier to learn like a third and fourth language down the road. Like once you've learned another language once, it gets easier.
So you look at me like tetralingual?
I mean, I'm always up for
Polyglot.
But basically, I want to be able to be a translator because I think I would really like doing that. And so translation and interpretation are two different things. Interpretation is like two people are talking and you're interpreting between them, or one person's talking and you're interpreting to the audience. Whereas translation is written stuff, so I don't have to worry about like auditory processing issues. So basically, and I do like being able to facilitate communication. And I think it would be like long term, I think it would be a good stable sort of career for me to get into. My plan is once I get fluent in German and trained as a translator, to eventually, like, at that point in time, decide what language I'll learn next based on.
Gammoth's here because Gammoth's always here.
Because
I think it
based
can't
on
move from this spot.
whatever's going on in the world at the time.
Cheryl, I have not been watching Critical Role, but not because I don't want to. It's because I have to pick and choose what I want to do with my evening. And unfortunately, it's always lost out. But I hear good things. I don't know for sure, though. I haven't really been keeping up. I'm only like 5 or 6 episodes into the new campaign.
Yeah, coming from someone who wasn't a fan of Critical Role, I did not stay engaged. I fell off at like episode 12 for the new campaign. I watched Abria Iyengar's mini campaign and I had fun with that. But like 5-hour episodes is just a lot to ask of me.
And then also, Cameron, I actually started watching the first couple episodes of Dimension 20, the high school one.
Oh, nice! How are you liking Brendan Lee Mulligan?
Oh, it's really cool. It's a lot of fun.
So-
I like his characters that he chooses.
Yeah.
So, question.
Yeah.
Yes.
Does he still do a lot of the jokes that he did in the Strixhaven?
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
I like it, but I totally understand if it's not your bag.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Well, I don't want to spoil it for you, Nate. Have you gotten to episode 2 of Fantasy High yet?
Yeah, I feel like I have.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
did they fight the corn cuties?
Yes.
The aftermath of what happened after that fight?
With the principal and all that?
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah, what about it?
No, just it's a sensitive topic.
Oh,
Not for everyone.
gotcha.
So, yeah, Nate, for a little bit of context, in the Strixhaven one shot that I saw him in, he played a character that was some sort of basically undead, and kept asking people to like kill him, and kept wanting, and then kept
He was
talking about like death
Oh.
being a good thing.
He
And,
was a
like,
professor who was like researching death, and so he kept like dying, and he had a little, I think it was a warlock, right? He had a little imp that kept bringing him back to life.
Yeah.
Got it.
But the kind of the whole thing is the amount of glamorizing death that he did just kind
Yeah.
of was off-putting for me, because I'm someone who has literally wrestled with being suicidal, so it was just kind
Yeah.
of like, let's
I can-
not remind me
That's-
sometimes
Yeah,
about wanting
that's
to try and
totally
kill.
understandable. Hey, get the hell out of here. I'm getting juggled and I can't see a damn thing. Okay.
Yeah, Zamtrios is here also.
Yeah, I saw that.
I think it would have been better had I known going in, but it was a live broadcast.
Oh, and so that kind of surprised you. You
Yeah,
weren't prepared
yeah,
for it.
It's an interesting one because presumably, like, they all know each other and they work well together. So I would have assumed that Abria would have, like, the showrunners knew his character concept.
Uh-oh.
So you think they could have put something up ahead of time?
So
At least for character core concepts, because that seems pretty integral to the
Yeah.
guy's character.
It was his whole shtick.
yeah, like his whole shtick was talking about, like, at one point was literally a lecture about how death isn't as bad as people make it out to be and whatnot. And I'm just sitting there going, this is probably not healthy for me to watch right now. All right.
There was I remember that bit. There was it was like a Gloomhaven student that was like, well, we were trying to work to like live forever, and he's like, you
Yeah.
sick fuck.
Yeah,
Got
and, and like it turned into, I'm just sitting there going, you know what? Like, I get that those jokes are good for some people. It's just I would like a little bit of warning so I can gauge
100%.
where I am before I, because yeah, glamorizing death is not always a good thing.
Not always a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was watching a clip of maybe, I'm not sure if it's his latest one or maybe it was just a really well-known scene or well-noted scene, is that
His latest one is sci-fi. It's
okay. What it was the scene where he's DMing, I'm pretty sure, and he is what is he doing? He's playing a in quotations nice guy character. And
I saw that.
yeah.
Fantasy High. It's from the second season, I think.
Okay, maybe that's what it is then, because it allows the one of the other female players to like basically just tee off on that character and be like,
Oh no, that's a later part of season 1. Yes.
okay, because she's like, yeah, okay, you're a nice guy, like,
Siobhan's
what are you
character.
doing to make yourself any more attractive or interesting other than
Yeah.
I'm nice? And I was like,
Yeah.
thank God somebody said it.
I bet that was really cathartic.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, and that's the other sort of thing where like they definitely they are not afraid to touch certain materials. And I don't know what sort of warnings they put ahead of content, but it is something to think about because of the way they do stories. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Dimension 20.
Yeah, it was kind of awkward because some people shared that clip without a lot of context. So people
And so it's just
didn't-
Brennan Lee Mulligan being a creep.
Yeah, and a bunch of people were like, what the heck is wrong with him? And like, oh my god. And then a bunch of people are like, no. It's a character.
it's a
Don't
character.
worry.
It's a character that gets his ass kicked.
Yeah. And so everybody, because everybody was like pulling out the pitchforks and like, oh my gosh, what is he doing to that
Yeah.
player?
Yeah.
And because unfortunately that has happened too many times
Yes.
in games, so it's not unheard of.
Yep.
So it's just like, and then people were like, I feel like they should have given more context with the clip that was saved instead of just like I feel like they did everybody in that scene a disservice by cutting it the way they did.
Yeah, potentially. It's also they made the actors and because the whole cast were originally comedy writers.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
from College Humor, right?
Yes, they started there. Where am I going?
He's down here with me.
Okay.
Oh, Sam Trios.
Did we kill Gamma?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
I do not miss Sam Trios from from stories.
Funny you should say that. I think it's in World. Maybe it's
Is
not.
this annoying one in World? I found it very annoying.
I mean, it's a
cool looking when
different.
the ice is on.
Maybe it's not in World. I might be missing.
No, he's not. You're thinking of Lavasiath and
There's
there's another
Snowfish.
there's a fish one. I can't remember what his name is, but he's essentially a Lavasiath in snow,
Yeah.
or a Gyaradotus
Actually-
in snow.
Oh, sure thing, Xander. We'll probably be hunting for another half an hour, but yeah, absolutely. Hope you have a good dinner.
Go for
I
it.
shouldn't pick things up. It happens slow in this game. There we go, big boy.
A little less. Actually, I spoke too soon. I was
He's a
like,
street
Sam
shark.
Trios looks a little less sharky in this one, and then it did the big balloon thing, and I was like, okay,
Jabba the Hutt, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Wrath LaRosa, I'll say, I've watched a couple different actual play things, and Dimension 20 is probably my favorite. I like that they keep things to a tight 2 hours. They edit, it's not like a live stream, so things get edited well and that stuff. I think Brennan Lee Mulligan is a really creative storyteller, and the cast, like, they're all just fucking hilarious. I modeled, once I took over for Max's Mad Mythic Mercenaries, basically, we're a shitty version of what they do. But yeah, I'm a big fan. They've done all sorts of stuff. So there's Fantasy High, which is essentially what you're experiencing.
Yeah, that's what I'm experiencing
D&D,
right now.
but in high school. I think one of their most highly regarded series shows it's called A Crown of Candy, and it's Game of Thrones meets Candyland.
Awesome. I love that.
It's incredible. That one is definitely a strong content warning there for the violence and the death involved. 'Cause
Really?
It is Game of Thrones. Essentially,
Oh,
everyone
yeah.
created a set of like 3 characters because like character death was
They
going
all
to be a
die.
real and permanent part of the story.
Mm-hmm.
But they got to do a lot of fun stuff there. They've done a bunch of stuff in the same universe as Fantasy High. They come back there every now and then. There was
Okay.
one that Matt Mercer actually played in that you'd probably be interested in. I don't know if it's on YouTube, but it's essentially a parody of Lord of the Rings.
Awesome.
And it's what happens to everyone in Mordor after Sauron dies. And it's great. There's the Unsleeping City. They did 2 seasons of that, and it's New York. It's just modern New York City, but with a really cool story and stuff. The mechanics are still D&D. He's had some guest DMs come in. Abri Iyengar did the Kids on Broomsticks one. That's the one that Hannah really liked, which is a parody of Harry Potter. And it, like, the story is confronting like a lot of the shitty social
Yeah.
tropes that Harry Potter builds on,
Mhm.
which was really great. Then there was most recently was Shriek Week, which was a fun system. This gentleman that I didn't know of until the show, he had his own system and he got to run a game, and that's all about monsters trying to find a date to the college dance, and it was really fun.
Awesome.
Yeah, like I keep trying to watch some of the videos of people playing D&D and stuff like that. I can't concentrate. Like I try, but unless I have a character sheet and I'm involved, I have a really hard time concentrating.
Yeah, I think it's something like it's not for everyone, and I think it's something I've thought about because we do an actual play, and someone watches it, people engage with it. I think Cheryl, you watch it,
Yeah.
which
For one
I'm never
reason or
gonna
another.
dunk on you for watching it, but also like
Why?
I
though?
recognize that we are not the most entertaining group, and even the really good ones I don't always engage with. So I don't know what you fucking see in it, but whatever.
Oh yeah, I need to check in with Tom about some of the
Oh, the
Strixhaven stuff.
Strixhaven. Yeah.
He just did a post about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw it. I mentioned I was still interested. I need to follow up about a couple of details.
Yeah,
Their
I've
setup.
been actively trying to curtail my natural instinct to
Control.
get involved and micromanage. So that's I want to pat myself on the back
Switch it
there.
up.
Cameron, I feel like you're in some ways a natural project manager without
Oh,
the middle
God.
management stuff.
Yeah.
Without the
Um,
middle management.
He is a natural born CEO.
Hopefully not as sociopathic.
That depends on who you ask. If we ask Hannah,
No,
she would say yes.
no, like CEO is a whole nother level. Like, just, no. Cameron's not even close to that. I mean,
Okay.
how many CEOs would go to a post on Reddit that was like, hey, is there a way to solo Adventure League if you don't have a DM? And goes basically, you know, if you want Adventure League, do you want to just, like, have me DM for you?
Yeah, that's fair.
I just read the quest and I immediately forgot what it was. What are we hunting?
That oh so dateable Brachiosaurus.
Oh, Brachiosaurus. Okay.
Have fun with that.
Brachadios.
You haven't fought one yet in a main Monster Hunter game yet, I think, Osprey.
Right.
It does appear in Iceborne.
Ooh. Also, so I've been trying to find more and more cute subreddits to look at
Yes.
because I keep doom scrolling, so I want to try to cute scroll instead. And I found one called Murder Mittens, and it's adorable. It's basically a bunch of cats with their claws.
That's cute.
Oh my.
NoobTube, I'm gonna take that as a compliment.
You're absolutely right, though. He certainly
Yeah.
doesn't need to, and yet he chooses to.
This is America, damn it.
This is my choice, not a need.
For legal reasons, this is a joke.
Yes,
Yes.
for legal reasons, it's a joke. I am kidding. You gonna ready up there, sir?
I forgot what button it is again.
No, buttons are hard. Do I press or pull? I don't know.
So, Nate,
Mhm.
when I get Elden Ring, I'm gonna pick the first time to play it when a couple of you can hang out with me and
Sure.
like coach me. Because I
Okay.
don't know what I'm doing.
Not a
Why
problem.
are you running that way?
I am
thought
running
I saw
away
you
so
up
I can
there.
one drink my drink.
Oh, gotcha. I was
Yeah.
like,
'Cause,
monsters that
like,
way.
Yeah, one, you can't just like walk and drink your drink while you do this, and then also Being in a hot place without a cool drink does damage over time. I'm not about to get more damage on top of getting hit.
If you go north, it's a regular temperature spot.
Yeah, that's what I did.
So yeah, I've seen this monster in stories. I haven't seen it.
It might be in my top 3.
It's so
Brachydios, Zenogre.
Is easily my second favorite. My favorite is Lagiacrus, and Brachydios is right behind.
Oh, Lagiacrus.
The flagship monster of of Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate.
3 Ultimate, yeah.
He introduced the
Brachydios
blast
mio. Yeah.
Although in the
quest.
original game, it wasn't called Blast; it was called Slime.
Yeah.
And he's just like, he's modeled after a boxer, so
a boxer
feels
T-Rex.
like a fight when you fight him.
You know what he is? He's the T-Rex vengeance of like, you want to make fun of my little arms, huh? Fuck you!
Yeah. Very good point.
Like,
and then
his head's a battering ram. He's got boxing gloves. He's got a tail that's basically a mace.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites. And then Raging Brachydios is one of my least favorites.
Oh, really? Raging Brachydios in World is awesome.
I mean, I'm half joking. I just remember.
It's because he whips so much ass.
In 4, yeah, it's just Brachydios is like, Hulk to the captain. My secret is I'm always angry.
Yeah.
So, Boom Headshot said, "LOL, Cam is alright, but based on the Discord, he is just non-stop." That's pretty accurate.
That's true.
I don't know what to do with myself.
Yeah.
I think you run the risk of running yourself into the ground very easily.
Okay, if Cameron ever run himself into the ground, he would just build something to help him dig. And just keep going anyway.
I do take breaks. But I'll admit that it's generally when Hannah tells me I need to stop working on something.
Yes.
I don't know. I 100% understand it's not normal. And it's probably, no one should try and do that.
Yeah. That was, I would say, when we first started the channel, we really started more like working together, more than like hanging out together. And that was a big like change for me, is that you're like, okay, let's do all this. I was like, holy shit, okay. And I was like having trouble measuring up. I felt like I was like, I can't match his productivity. I just don't have it in me to do it.
But also, hopefully, I haven't been asking that.
No, you have not been asking that. That was a me problem. That was me like, holy shit. Like, I don't know if I can keep up with him, and I don't feel like this channel is as much mine as it is his if I can't keep up. And now I don't care.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I have to say, Cameron, I would probably be more like you if I
did cocaine.
Like, no, like if I didn't have executive function issues. Like I'm kind of suspecting when I get my ADHD a little more under control, I'll probably be in a similar position. But we'll see.
I will say it's I don't have a lot of complaints about it.
No, not really, because we know that the shit will get taken care of eventually.
And I like the work. It's
soothing.
One of the reasons it's easy for me to just like fucking do stuff all the time is because I like doing stuff all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I know the not worst, but one of the times when I like am actively uncomfortable is when I'm rewatching something I've already watched on TV with Hannah, and I just.
Whereas Hannah's anxiety says, "This is a known factor, and it's soothing to me." So like, very much it's the opposite.
Yeah.
You're very much
so
opposite.
It's something that I've had to learn to like do because I want to work on something while I'm like doing that.
Mm-hmm.
But I recognize that that's not what she needs.
That's nice. I'm more in her boat. I will actively rewatch stuff that I find like easy to watch and then soothing to watch. But I'll also be I'm kind of somewhere in between the two of you, I think. Like I'll be working on something else, but I'm like I need something in the background. And if I don't want to focus on it, I put on something I don't need to be actively watching anymore. Like my ADHD will not allow me to.
It's definitely like you need the balance. I wonder if fuck I'm short.
Story of my life. Fuck,
Totally.
Fuck, I'm
I'm
short.
Just thinking about, because I don't spend a lot of time thinking about it, but like I wonder if a lot of our like the what do you call them,
Puritanical values?
Not really, because that usually involves like views on sex, right?
Not
what am I thinking
necessarily.
of? Protestant. There's like the phrase the Protestant work ethic.
Oh, the capitalistic work ethic.
Well, yeah. So it stems from the old held belief that you had to like work your way into heaven. And
Yeah.
I wonder if that came from just like, unfortunately for the world, someone who was wired like I am got in a position
Got
of
into power and told him this is how you got to be.
Yeah, this is what was good, and like I'm happy doing it, but other people shouldn't be made to do it.
Yeah.
That's not good.
I'm glad you're developing this empathy.
Yeah. Eventually I have to. Adam Cowboy.
And also things like this is why I heavily encourage everybody to at some point in their life go to like therapy just to figure out what kind of things in their life might affect interpersonal relationships, what might just be, hey, this is how I am, this is not how everybody should like is necessarily.
100%.
There's ways to work around that. Like also when I was an adult, I didn't necessarily know I had ADHD.
I just
thought I
now
was
learned I
terrible.
had ADHD. I figured there was something up with me, but like only until Abby started researching her own thing that she like tell me like, I think I see this in you too. Like, I hope you don't take this the wrong way, but I think there's something up with you. Oh, there's my faint.
The second one of the night.
And she's like, I just see these types of behaviors in you, and I think I have some of them too. And I think it's ADHD.
Oh damn
I
it!
was like,
He punched
no.
me into the lava. And I
Oh,
was trying to like
no.
roll and get away, and I just
Mhm.
couldn't move fast enough.
One after
So-
another.
Yeah, like I didn't know I had ADHD. I had just been told you can't focus, you can't do this, you're just being terrible and you should try harder,
Yep.
which really destroyed my self-esteem growing up. So
Oh.
like getting multiple things destroyed my self-esteem growing up. That's why I have trouble taking up space. But that's a whole nother matter, and this is not therapy, so I'm not going to go into it.
Fair enough.
But basically, having an explanation and having language to help me find workarounds and ways to kind of cope with it, and like in my case, medication, when I can get back on it, is pretty much the key to like being able to function a little bit better.
Oh yeah.
Like ADHD is like trying to focus, but for some reason there's a brick wall that every time you try to climb turns into a slip and slide.
Yeah. I
Like
totally
the
know that
focus just
feeling.
slips. Just slips off.
I will.
like-
It's like it's that feeling where you've read an entire page of a book and then you realize that you don't know anything it just said. You've gone through
Yeah,
the
where-
motions, but you're like, wait, what?
Your brain just kind of disconnected partway
Yeah.
through, and you don't know how or why or when. It just kind of
Yeah.
fell off. And that, like, it affects way more than people acknowledge. Like, a lot of
Oh,
people
yeah.
are like, oh.
And it presents
affects-
way differently than people think too. Like,
Oh, yeah.
everyone's vision, the poster child for ADHD, is the little boy who won't shut up and stop and won't sit still, like, and just hyperactivity. But that doesn't. That's like only one type of manifestation. like-
There's also inattentive type,
Yeah.
which is
Oh shit,
which is
Rattler.
fine. Part of why I didn't get diagnosed as a kid is my parents didn't believe in it and also didn't think that I should go to
Yeah.
a therapist.
Yeah.
Because there was nothing wrong with me, quote unquote. I just needed to try harder.
Yeah.
But basically, like, it affects everything. I can be sitting there, like, it's not just the focus, it's the activation of starting tasks. Like, sometimes
my-
for me,
yeah, my big hang up is task initiation. It's really, I have like task anxiety when it comes to initiating
Yeah.
stuff.
Like, I can be sitting there looking at something I need to do, and I can just spend like half an hour going, okay, I need to go do this. I'm gonna go do this. And then my things just don't activate.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Absolutely.
Yep.
Do you find you do your best work at the last minute?
Sorta. It's kind of hit or miss.
Because that's
so
when I do my stuff.
it works if my PTSD doesn't kick in.
Gotcha.
If my PTSD kicks in, I just end up in a ball of tears.
Oh. Yeah,
So
I don't have that on top of all my other stuff, but like I only feel like adequately motivated when it's crisis time. I don't know why. It's been an active process to teach myself. Don't wait. Just start doing one thing. Not even the whole thing. Don't look at the top of the mountain. I know you want to hike the mountain. Don't hike the whole mountain. Just Oh my god. He jumped across. He jumped clear across the entire room just to get me.
Yeah, he does that.
Rip.
Just don't try and jump to the top of the mountain. Just put your first step on the nature trail.
I think this might be our last hunt of the night. It's almost 8:15. I'll go buy some booze.
Right on.
But I guess to let you both finish your thoughts on that, I wanted to ask Nate, now that you've been diagnosed, is therapy something?
I'm not diagnosed, but I am acceptant of that's probably it, and I will compensate and research accordingly.
Is it worth? Do you think it's something you want to get formally diagnosed to see what other resources are out there?
I don't know what I want to do about it. I don't know. Osprey, thoughts on ADHD? What you want to do?
So, first off, the waiting till the last minute actually has to do with how the brain chemistry works for ADHD. It basically the stress triggers certain things that makes it easier to focus to a certain extent. Unfortunately, it can also cause anxiety issues down the road if you're not careful. And make it harder to focus outside of those moments if you rely on it too much. As for diagnosis, if you can not all professionals are going to be like, oh my gosh, you have to medicate. I would recommend at least talking to a professional to verify it's not something similar that can look like ADHD. Because there are a couple of things that are kind of related. Like some of the ADHD stuff can kind of be more related to like depression or autism spectrum, but some of those can also be comorbidities and occur at the same time. So kind of figuring that out, and then professionals usually have the healthier coping mechanisms. So I'd recommend at least talking to somebody who knows, who went to school for this. For kind of what isn't going to have unexpected consequences. For me, I probably should have talked to a professional before I decided to make my PTSD hypervigilance help me pay the bills by going into security. It set me back a ways by making that decision. So something that might seem like a good idea is not necessarily a good idea. So I'd recommend at least talking to a professional, and then if you get diagnosed and you find lifestyle changes aren't helping enough and it's impacting your quality of life, then medication might be worth something to discuss, even if it's I don't know how much it impacts your daily life, so I'm just speaking generally on that point.
Yeah, that's hard to say because I don't actually know how profoundly this has altered my path really. If it's if you just noticed it, you're like, oh, this explains so much, but you haven't actually taken stock of how much that actually was.
And it might be the sort of helpful thing where an outside perspective, like a therapist, could help you kind of gauge that better.
Yeah.
Like
And obviously, we live in America, and unfortunately, not everyone has access to that sort of
Yeah.
health care. But I think good general advice is, if you're able to afford it, to seek professional help when you can.
And sometimes there are clinics that work on a sliding scale based on income. I don't have like immediate information on that, and it's not always a thing, which is why I usually try to preface with, if possible, talk to a professional. But like in my case, ADHD has literally like caused me work performance issues. Like it has made it really hard for me to get tasks done at work and like keep things clean around the apartment because I just can't seem to activate to start cleaning. So
Okay.
like for me, I need to get back on medication because otherwise my life completely falls apart. Unless I'm really, really, really fighting. But when I'm fighting like 3 other things, it gets bad.
Yeah, and it stacks up perfectly.
hmm
Oof. Okay. Yep. Okay.
So just saying,
Yeah,
if you can
yeah.
talk to a professional, talk to a professional because
Yeah.
there's unexpected pitfalls sometimes.
Yeah, I'm already talking to somebody about other stuff right now, so maybe I'll just add it to the pile.
Yeah, do that.
Oh.
Like, especially if you're already talking to someone, be like,
Yeah, I
hey,
think.
this is
I
on
think
my
so.
mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, that's literally what I was doing before we got on here. I was like, oh, let me turn around and get some food and come back down.
Yeah.
So, it's all good.
So, yeah.
Well, we'll call this one a stream.
Okay,
We got some
NoobTube.
good stuff done. NoobTube. I think that's up to Nate. Our normal stream, we'll do Monster Hunter again on Monday, and I believe we'll do World again. I'm not, unless someone's pushing for Rise. I think I'm kind of ready until Sunbreak comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Nate has mentioned he'll be peppering in Elden Ring streams here and there wherever
Yeah.
he wants.
Myself and apparently Tom might be doing it as well. So we'll
just
see.
pay attention to the Twitter and the Facebook and the Discord, and you'll see when those go up. We're kind of
pretty much. It's
we're-
kind of haphazard.
we're
I'll try and
going
give
in a
you like
more
30-minute warnings.
casual mode.
Mhm.
Yep.
And Wednesdays I'm going to be doing the Pokemon Blue playthrough. I don't know
Ah,
how many people are
yeah.
Wednesday
interested in
on
that,
Come on,
but
Blue.
Twitch.com/Osprey
Rune.
tv.twitch/OspreyRoom, just one word.
No underscore, no
I-
spaces.
Yeah, I tweet earlier in the day that it's coming, and then I know.
I think
last
we
couple of
hosted
times
also.
Cameron,
Yeah.
yeah, and
We
Cameron's retweeted the tweet a couple of times, which has the link, and I
Yep.
also posted it in the Discord. So if Pokemon Blue interests you at all, for even if it's for nostalgia or just because you kind of want to see the gen
Hell
that
yeah.
started it all, feel
Or
free
just
to
hang
check
out
it
with
out.
Osprey, show him some love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a great game. And Osprey's cool too, I guess.
Definitely hasn't. Nate, I am gonna roast you so hard next time you play Elden Ring, and I'm on for that
All right.
one.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Gen 1 did not age as well as I would have thought, though.
Yeah. It comes up
It's
short
one
in
of
a
those
few
things
ways.
where they captured an idea, but I
Yeah,
mean, they
it was
didn't
a
have
start.
the polish.
It was a start.
Yeah, it was the, oh hey, we,
Yeah.
for a first attempt, it was
It's a rough draft of the Pokemon genre.
Yes.
Yeah.
But anyways, we should probably let Cameron go buy booze.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Get out of here, man. We will
Alright,
catch you
see
all
ya.
next time.